Let's go to another area that has seen tense situations and protests: illegal mining, corruption and alleged involvement of police officials. These but only some of the concerns raised by disgruntled Kagiso residents. Yesterday, the community took to the streets in protest against the scourge of illegal mining in the area. Some miners were arrested and one person was killed. Today, the community is expected to meet with police to find a way forward. Let's go to eNCA reporter Nqobile Madlala, who is following developments. Nqobile, how's the situation looking like today? I assume that government officials are all on the ground once again.
Omasejo, in Kagiso, things are looking pretty calm. We understand that the leaders are, of course, going to be meeting with the police officials, and we'll find out after their meeting in terms of what is the way forward. But it was very clear from yesterday that they were saying that it was the end of the shutdown on the same day, and they were going to have these meetings and have a way forward with regards to that community. Now, we're in Munsonville, where we understand that there's also the community here. They want to go into some of these areas to ensure that they look for these illegal miners. It's pretty calm here. A lot is working in the background. We understand they've spoken to now the person that owns the land in this area before going towards where they are going to be speaking to the illegal miners. But before we go there, I just want to establish the problems that the communities are faced with, and I'm going to bring in some of the community members that are here. Baba, njengwani lanzo wenzani?
Gone anong re batlana le gore hela re ba kreye re khone re ba tseye ba re bolelele gore ba tswa kae ba ya ko kae di minerals tse ba di tsayang ba di rekisa ko kae, then le bone batho ba di tsayang ba ra itse gore ke crime ntho e le gore le bone ba itse to ha o reka di stolen is stolen ntho e ba etsang fa ke bogodu ba etsa dintho tse le goreng ga ra di letlelela in our community.
Banenzani baba ku community?
Mo community ba tsaya dilo tse di ba ria ba thuba mikhukhu ya batho ba bolaya batho ga gona ope le gore is not aware gore what go etsagalang ba bolaya batho ke ntho e le gore ga re rati totally.
So kwisikhathi singanani kwenzeka lokho baba?
This thing the way ke bona ka teng is been years those people ba dira le gona no le rona re dula re ntse re bolaelwa ke batho fela go na le batho ba rona ba ba ntsintse ba ile gore ba shule ga se re biritse gore ba bolelwe ke ma because of batho ba they are not ga ba legal, so ga bana bo di fingerprints, so ra go itse gore ke boma a re ba tshware go bone gore go tla irwang ka bona.
So manje community yona my plan yathi kuzokwenziwa njani nje namhlanje?
Community for today yana re ya ga ke hetsa go bolela gore re shebile gore re kreye batho ba re bolelele gore ke bomang ba tswa kae re itse gore go re tla irang. Ke ntho e le gore re ba batla ba stope dintho tse e le gore ba di dira ba epa di mine e seng ka fo molaong.
Well, Masejo, one of the community people just speaking to us, they're explaining that some of the issues is that illegal miners here, they feel that they're illegally mining and they're unhappy with that. And also they're just saying that the issues of fingerprints is very important because they need these people to be registered. And at this point, they are not registered. So if there are crimes that are done in the community, they cannot be traced. But they are also highlighting that there are quite a number of criminal activities that they're saying that are happening because of them. Now I'm going to bring in the mayor of Mogale City. And Mayor, we meet again. I mean, it's been quite a hard time going from Kagiso to now here. Perhaps just give us an update in terms of what is happening in Kagiso first and tell us what are you doing here today?
Okay, so most of the area of Kagiso is quite quiet. There is a slight protest action around the Shamdo area. The reports are that there was some retaliation in terms of a man was assaulted in Boltonia on his way back from work. We can't confirm whether it was Zamas at this case. However, there seems to be a bit of a stirring there. Other areas are entirely quiet, and what was engaged today at Munsonville was also a very peaceful protest march. There was no damage to infrastructure. No Zamas were accosted or hurt in any ways. We are now regrouping. We are going to have a meeting with the district commissioner, with all the relevant ward councillors, and then we're going to roll out a more cohesive, intelligent program where we go door to door and do a proper program of operation.
When you say door to door, is that going to be happening today?
It is most likely going to be happening today, but it will be a catalyzed project that will have a phased approach. And then we are going from Rietfontein, Swaneville, Manziville, and then we have had reports and intelligence from members of the community that there are select houses that are housing Zamas.
I mean, now that you're going on the ground, let's talk about what happened yesterday in Kagiso. We saw some of the police officers going on the ground. Have they made any arrests, anything happen?
Yes, I believe we had about 30 arrests yesterday, especially for undocumented in terms of the Immigration Act. However, I'm sure you were also on the ground with me. There were some elements of vigilantism. We did have casualties, and we had to personally intervene to stop a person being necklaced. He was then shifted off to Leratong Hospital. Beyond the fact that we need to uphold people's rights to dignity and protection, it also has an additional cost element because now the state has to outlay more resources for the medical care. It is why we are asking the communities that you must have high discipline, collaborate with the police, give forth the intelligence, and should you encounter any Zamas, simply restrain them. Don't beat them, don't hurt them, don't strip them naked. Respect them, because at the end of the day, they are still people, they are still human beings.
And here in Mansiville, we understand that you are speaking to a person who owns part of this land to get permission. Please explain to us, what does that mean?
All right, so this farm has been owned in the family for about 60 years. There are also issues in relation to the river being polluted with effluent. However, we want to have a holistic operation and then engage with all the relevant stakeholders, such as the landowner in this case, so that we don't have any litigation against any of the departments for trespassing and stuff. And then the landowner has been very accommodating, but also there are numerous concerns that we need to address from the municipal council side, unrelated to Zamas though, and then we will inform him when the next operations are so that everyone is well aware.
So are you done with the operations today? What did you get here?
So we actually didn't manage to get anything. The operation here isn't as advanced as the sites elsewhere, so we didn't find any padukas. There is a river over here, so they were washing some of the ore, and then there are a number of shafts in the area, but they're not all as advanced as the other Zamas activities, such as Nqobile, such as Soul City, such as West Village. Given that this isn't an actual mine dump, it's just a reef that's here. So the operations do continue. However, we're going to stay off. We've done our necessary reconnaissance. We want to leave the area, and then maybe in a week or two's time, we will then reactivate this exercise.
All right. Thank you very much. Mayor of Nqobile City there, and some of the community members. Of course, Masego, they're still highlighting that problem that a lot of community members have highlighted in Kagiso, just talking about the fact that the crime is a major issue. But we do understand from the mayor that they're regrouping, and perhaps will be part of that door-to-door search that they are going to be doing, of course, based on that meeting that they're going to have now.
All right, Nqobile Madlala out for us in Kagiso. Let's leave it there for now.